Hello, everybody. My name is Adewale. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Welcome. Thank you very much. Today we are today we are talking about our hero past and their contribution. We are talking about our hero past and their contribution. Sorry, we are having small technical issue. I'm trying to get it right. I guess who is on the line, please? Our hero past and their contribution. Please, I'm waiting for our guest. Please, anybody that is online, Mr. Ju, Mr. Joe, if you're online, please send me a request so that I will bring you live. Today we are talking about our hero past and their contribution. Our hero pasts and their contribution. So we are waiting for our guests. Anybody that is live out of the guest, please just send me, just click on it. Let me know. Thank you very much. Our heroes past and their contribution. Our hero. I can see somebody, one person online. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Watching from London. We are waiting for our guest, our hero past and their contribution. Thank you very much. Watching from London. Thank you very much. We have a lot of heroes that are that have served us as a nation. We have a lot of heroes that have served us as individual. My name is Adewale. Welcome to the voice. Our hero past and their contribution. As we are waiting for our guests, I want to tell you that Nigeria is blessed with different heroes from different places of the country. Therefore, I want you to be stay tuned, share it for your loved one, share it, continue sharing it. You can see some of my people from London. Thank you very much for coming to live. Thank you very much, our hero past and their contribution. As we are waiting for Mr. Femi, waiting for Mr. Joe, and waiting for Mr. Dio. It's a very good, important thing, important time for us uh, as we are celebrating our independence, as we have celebrated our independence. Therefore, today is going to be good and fine. We're going to have a lot of fun as we are waiting for our guests. Any of them that is available, please just come on live. Come on live. Click the link button. Come on live. Please come on live. Come on live. Please come on live. Yeah. Yeah. So people. Yeah, Mr. Joe.
Good evening. Oh,
Mr.
sorry.
Joe, how are
Oh,
you?
fine. So sorry. I'm late because I had to take on one or two things too. Sorry for the lateness on coming
Can
on
you
board.
introduce yourself? Can you introduce yourself to our audience?
Okay, this is Mr. Mark. Um, let's say a social commentator. I'm glad to be on board once again. A regular face on your program. Glad to be on board tonight.
Are you live?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm with you.
Mr.
I'm
Joe, are
with
you
you.
there?
Yes, I'm with you. Can
Please,
you see me?
can you introduce?
Yes, as I said,
Can you
this is
introduce
Mr.
yourself?
Mark. Can you listen? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can hear you. Hello, can you hear me?
Sorry,
Hello?
Mr. Joe, are
Hello,
you
can you
there?
hear me? I'm there with you. I'm there.
Yes.
Can you
Hello.
see
Are
me?
you? Yes. Yes, I can see you. I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. Maybe earpiece. You can hear me clearly now?
It's
Can you hear me
breaking.
clearly? It's breaking,
Can you
right?
hear me?
I can hear you clearly. I can hear you clearly. I can hear you clearly. Or let me see if I can get um
Okay.
but can you hear me clearly? Hello, can you hear me clearly now? Sorry, let me come back
Like
online.
it's like the network is very poor.
Uh, let me come
Can
back
you
online.
position yourself in another place because
Yes, 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 myself. I'll come back now.
oh, thank you. As we are waiting for other guests. Yeah. As we are waiting. Yeah. As we are still as we are waiting for other guests, please Mr. Femi, if you are available, please can you come online? Thank you very much. Oh, who is please any other guest that is online, please can you just send me a request so that I'll be able to pick you and so that we'll be able to have a good conversation. Hello, the guest. Who is next? Please. Oh, please. I'm trying to reach out to the guest. I'm trying to reach out to the guest. The network is very, very poor. Any of the guests? Okay, thank you very much. Which of, please, any of the guests that is online, please let me send me a request. Any of the guests that is online, please send me a request so that I'll be able to add it. Any of the guests that is online, please send me a request so that I'll be able to add you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Watching from some people are watching from UK. Thank you very much. Please help us share the video, like the video, share the video, like the video, share the video, like the video. Thank you very much. Any of the guests that is online, please. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please, I've added you, please. Please, anybody that is online, please send me a request. Anybody that is online among the, send me a request. Anybody that is online, send me a request. Please send me a request. Anybody that is online, please send me a request. Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Joe, how are you? Okay, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. You are the first person to open the floor today as we are waiting for others guests. How are you? Please, can you introduce yourself to our audience? Yes, I can hear you clearly now. Yes, I can hear you clearly now.
Questions that panelists will host will be putting forward. So once again, good evening. Are you with me? Hello? Yeah.
Poor. Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. It seems to be. I don't know. Rain just fell. I don't know whether most usually when rain falls like this, usually have issues with our network in this area.
Oh my God.
Are you back? I can see you're back.
Oh,
It's breaking.
I'm back.
Mm. But let
Yes,
us go straight to the discussion. Let us see what we at least whatever we can discuss. Wow.
the network
Okay.
is very, very poor.
Yeah, yeah, it's going on and off. But let us see what we can actually do at the let's manage what we can the time we have on air now. Let's see what we can do. So are you online? Hello? Hello? Yeah, Mr. Wale.
Hello, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here with you. I'm here with you. I said you can put forward
Can
your
you go ahead?
questions.
Can you? Okay, thank you very much. Who is your
Mm.
hero among our past leaders that you can make a
Sorry, you went off again. Yeah, you were saying my hero when it comes to Nigerian past leaders. Well, I have a lot of names up for my head, but I will try and maybe stick. Okay, okay. Are you? Can you hear me?
I
Yes, yes. I said
can go ahead.
okay, okay. It's all right. So I said when it comes to your question, I said I will try and stick to maybe past presidents. I have a lot off my head, but let me just stick to past presidents. I'll start from there, and I think the one that stands out, and I'll only discuss those past presidents who past civilian presidents, not head of state, military head of states. And the one that stands out for me among all of them was late President Musa Yar'Adua. Late President Musa Yar'Adua. Uh, but sadly, he only spent, I think, 2 years in office before his demise. Actually, he really stood out. With a few years he spent as president, you could see the strides he made as presidency. Extraction was able because I think the previous administration, which was Obasanjo, Obasanjo was more or less like engaging them with force and things like that. But Yar'Adua came to the table and quelled the whole crisis, settled the whole region, brought about the amnesty, and you could see the direction at which the administration was going. And another thing I late Musa Yar'Adua for was his stance concerning the electioneering in the country. He came out and admitted that the process was even I think he ran against, if I can remember, Buhari then under CPC, and the case was taken to court, and it was ruled in his favor that he won, which is Musa Yar'Adua won. But actually, the process in which he was elected flawed, and
I think, or if you are hearing me, I can't hear you. Any guest that's hello, any guest that is available, please just send me a request. Mr. Femi, if you are live, please send me a request so that if your own network is good, we will still go back to Joe. Joe, sorry, your network is very poor. Or Mr. Dio, if you are live, just click on the button so that I will please just send me so that I'll be able to add you back. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm back on. Oh, sorry, it's like the network
Okay.
too here is very poor. So I was talking about
Yes.
our former president, late Musa Yar'Adua, and the little he achieved during the short time he lived while as president. Aside the little he achieved, what actually the greatest quality I also admire in him was the personality of late Musa Yar'Adua. You could say this man was honest, this man was forthright, this man was open, very humble, and willing to listen. And it was so unfortunate that his tenure was cut short. And I believe that if this man would have lived through to see his full tenure and possibly the second term, the trajectory of this nation will have changed dramatically. There was no issue of maybe nepotic appointment, nepotism, and things like that. His appointments were true representation of federal character. And I also mentioned before, I think the network was acting up, that he was the only president to come out and admit, despite he won. I know he ran against Buhari and the case was taken to court and it was ruled in his favor. But he came and admittedly opened up that the process of electioneering in this country is flawed. That he even came in through a flawed system, that his election was even rigged. But being that the court upheld his election, there was no way he had to just serve through the term. But him coming out and admitting that I was willing to start, you know, um, reconfiguring the electoral process to be free and fair. If this man would have stayed in power through that 4 years and possibly the 8 years, Nigeria would have taken a drastic turn from the present situation we are in today. So to me, the number one person I say I look up to as a past, as a leader, especially for president, civilian president, is late Musa Yar'Adua. Late Musa Yar'Adua.
Okay.
He
Thank you
stands
very
out
much.
amongst,
The,
from my own opinion, among other civilian presidents that Nigeria has had so far.
Thank you. What can you say about the hero, like in the life of before the first republic, in the life of like people like Awolowo, Nnamdi Azikwe? Did any one
Okay.
of them stand out? Is there any one of them that play a good role in our democracy we are enjoying today? Do you have anything to
Yes,
say to that?
you can't leave out names like that. Awolowo, Nnamdi Azikwe, Tafawa Balewa, um, those who fought for the independence of this nation, those who led Saudana, those who actually were major leaders within their regions. Then we had the northern, western, and the eastern regions. They all stood out. And you see, the funny thing is that the it's just based on history. I was not born during that period, but one thing that you will actually I'll point out here is that these men during that period, when they stood up to fight for the independence of this nation, stood up and make great strides in this nation, where those people, especially Nnamdi Azikiwe, Chief Abafemi Awolowo, they were in their mid 30s, 40s, and mid 40s. You know, it goes to show that leadership can be restricted to age. These people were in their prime of their life and see the great contribution they brought forward in the progress and in the development of this nation, which I feel is lacking now. I don't know why that has changed. That most of the political actors and leaders we see are in their 70s, 60s, and so I think there should be a change and direct. There should be a change in that area. That our youth see what those people achieve at their age in the 60s, then in the 70s. Why can't we, at our prime, stand up and see what we can do for our nation? I won't be able to go into full details because I don't really know much at the top of my head concerning them, but I know that actually they achieve great things. But what I can take out of their lives was that they achieved such great feats at a very young age, and that we see lacking here in Nigeria. Then you see head of states like Gowon. In his Gowon was 27, yes, 27 years. When was it during the civilian civil war in 1976 or so? You see, we don't see young people stepping up in that position of leadership these days. And I think that gap needs to be bridged. But I also give them the honor, as in what they were able to achieve during their period. They laid the foundation of what this nation is today. So we can't take it out from them.
Okay, thank you very You can make mention to the one you are maybe when you the one you know very well.
Yeah. If yeah, hello, if only our leaders have that level of honesty, that level of humility, that level of transparency that Yaradua has, this country will not be. Hello, are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Yes. I say if only our leaders can have the type of honesty let Mr. Yaradua have, transparency,
Wow.
and humility. We will be crying about maybe issues with our leadership. The problem Nigeria has is that unfortunately we've not had proper a leader who had ruled to lay a solid foundation for others to follow. For others to follow. It's so unfortunate that most of our leaders haven't laid that solid foundation for others who are coming behind to build on. Obasanjo, he did a great job. Yes, he had some flaws, he had some issues and things like that. But Ayadua was an improvement. If he had stayed during his tenure and possibly a second term, I think he will have set a standard that most people who are coming into that seat will want to even look forward in achieving something better than him. And I also point out that that is what Lagos State is enjoying. Lagos State have had successions of capable governors who were able to achieve so much that if you are coming in as a governor now in Lagos State, you have a track record ahead of you. This is what my successor has done. I must meet up or even outdo him. That is lacking in the seat of the presidency. That's just so unfortunate. And I felt if Yadua would have been there throughout his full term and possibly his eighth term, I know he will have achieved so much, much more than what Jonathan even achieved. Sincerely, on a good day, I will pick Yaradua over Jonathan.
You
Jonathan,
will
not that
pick
he didn't
Yara.
try. Yes, yes, yes. Jonathan had his own flaws, but I think Yaradua, his personality, his character, set a very good precedent for other people who will be coming as presidents. So it's unfortunate that Nigeria lost that opportunity. And somebody like Awolowo too, such a great mind. If only he had become president of this nation, that precedent he will have set. Because you could see how much the Western region, how developed they were. He was a pace setter, a pioneer. You know, yeah, Awolowo was a president that Nigeria never had. If such a man would have ruled this nation, he would have set a standard. He would have set a standard that other people coming, in fact, no Nigerian will vote somebody who will be lower than that. So that's what we are lacking as a nation, I feel. Somebody who will have come to rule this nation that will set that standard that whoever is coming in want to build on it will not go lower than that standard. That's when Nigeria just. But we are trusting and we're praying that our leaders get it right this time. Aside the ability to rule, but the quality you bring in, your personality also matters a lot. Also matters a lot. It's like you're offline. Hello, are you with me?
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
with you. I'm trying
okay.
to
It's
put
like
my
you went
lights
off.
in a very good order. Thank you
Okay,
very
okay.
much. We have a lot of people watching us from London. We have people watching us from Birmingham, from at least
Bahrain.
across the country. A lot. A
I can
lot of
see
people are
a lot
coming
of people.
in. I think this is our first program on YouTube, and we're having people watching us from different parts of the country. Therefore,
Mm.
our Yara Dua, and you analyze some of the previous leader. Thank you for that.
Mm.
I'll be waiting. Maybe I will exit you now. I will be waiting for Mr. Femi to join us. I'll be assisting you. You will still be watching me in your own down
Yes, I'm
place,
online.
and
I'm
I can
online.
still
Yes,
ask. Yeah, you can
no
still be
problem.
watching me. I'll be
Okay.
assisting you, Mr. Femi. Please, you can come online now. Yes, Mr. Femi, are you there? Mr. Femi, you can send me a request now. You can send me a request now. You can send me a request. You can send me a request now. You can send me a request. Mr. Femi, you can send me a request. Mr. Femi, if you're online, please send me a request. Mr. Femi, send me a request. Yeah. Any one of you that is online, out of you and Mr. Dayo, please, one of you can send me a request. One of you can send me a request. If Mr. Femi online. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The chair.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you doing, sir?
Very well, man. Thank God. Happy Sunday to you.
Good to see you. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Please
Always a
can
pleasure to be on this.
always a pleasure. Hello. Today is our first YouTube program. We are going to have a live on YouTube. Therefore, there are some a little bit technical. We are going to improve on it. very soon and right issue in Nigeria. But your own place, your face is looking nice. I would like my face to look nice like that also.
Definitely, it's possible. It's definitely possible.
Who is your own hero? We have a lot of people watching us. This first show, I can tell you, people are watching us from far away from London, far away from Birmingham. I don't know the country. Even far away from Canada, watching from Canada, watching from Canada. A lot of people are watching us. Who is your hero among the past leader or the present leader?
Okay. When we are talking about the our heroes past, we can't just single-handedly say someone is the most preferred hero because I could remember that far back to 1953 in the struggle for democracy, we have some leaders that came together. We have the like of Nnamdi Azikiwe, of Afemi Awolowo, and Ahmadu Bello. Some people call them the trio. These three people came together and ensure that democracy is entrenched
Sorry,
in
don't let me
Nigeria.
cut you. Don't let me cut you. Somebody is greeting you. He said from Canada. The guy said, Mr. Femi dressed like a professor. He said you look like a
Thank you very
professor.
much. Probably I'll become one very soon. Thank you very much for the commendation. I appreciate it. So can I go on with my speech, sir? Can I go on?
Is that-
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you now. The network we lost the network. Go ahead, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. So I was trying to make a point that we can't single-handedly say someone is the most preferred hero of democracy or in Nigeria. We have a whole lot of leaders who have fought for this democracy to be entrenched in Nigeria. We have the like of Anthony Enaro, too, of blessed memory. We have great leaders in their own capacity. They have all done something to ensure that democracy is entrenched into Nigeria. And I can see today that we are all enjoying this democracy today based on the doggedness and then the rigidity of our past leaders. They have all done awesomely well, awesomely well. They have all done awesomely well. No matter how worse we think our past leaders could have been, but at least they fought for democracy. And here we are today. We can see that we are a product of this battle these ones have fought, and then we can say we are enjoying democracy. So for me personally, I would not say this is my most preferred hero of democracy. And I believe that the most preferred hero of democracy is Nigerians. We are the real heroes. Every one of us there are the real heroes of democracy. And then I'm so proud to be part of this country, to be a citizen of this country. And I believe that Nigeria will become better by God's grace. Okay, if you can't hear me, the host. So let me just continue by saying that thank God for the national anthem. That hero, we have some stand a particular verse of the stanza that talks about the effort and the struggles of our heroes past not being in vain. And then I'm hoping that together as a Nigerian, as a nation, we shall ensure that the efforts of our past leaders are not in vain. A lot of things have happened nowadays that is making me to shed tears personally because, to be honest, Nigerians really, really deserve better. And then we are not where we are supposed to be. Nigeria is not where it is supposed to be. We should have gone further than this. But because some of us have decided to put greediness at the forefront, some of us have decided to put corruption at the forefront, some of our leaders have decided to also put recklessness and nonchalant attitude and unpatriotic attitude at the forefront. That is why Nigeria is where it is today. But to be honest with you, I believe that the worst part of democracy is still better than the most beautiful military regime or rule we can ever imagine. If you can hear me, can I continue, Sam?
Yeah, continue,
I
continue.
believe
My
you are.
network is somehow poor. Continue.
Oh,
I can
oh,
hear
oh,
you.
okay.
But people are
Yeah,
saying that they are hearing and they are enjoying.
I've actually made my points on the question you asked. So I would like you to ask the next question. I was just trying to go on further since you are not online. So you can just ask me the next question. Okay, I believe your network is actually terrible. Probably when you come back online, I will appreciate it if you can ask me all the questions at once so that once your network gets interrupted again, I'll be able to answer all the questions. So just ask me all the
Okay.
questions once and for all. Our host network is terribly bad today. Okay, you are back. Okay, kindly ask your question on time, please. And if it's possible, you just type it on the comment
I
section
want you to
so I can
spell
also.
out past of the our past.
Okay, yeah, I believe the question you were trying to ask me that you want me to spell out our past heroes, the one I feel has done wonderfully well or have ensured that democracy is entrenched in Nigeria. And then, like
Sorry,
I
the net.
said earlier, yeah, I'm here. I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay, let me just go on and answer this question to avoid this quietness we are experiencing right now. Okay, like I was saying, that I'm not going to single-handedly point out a particular leader
Yes, I want you
that
to
has
single-handedly
won.
point out.
Yeah, yeah, I understand your question, but at the same time, I'm not going to say that a particular leader is my most preferred out of them all because it is not something a single person can achieve. We notice that the likes of Nnamdi Azikiwe, Amadou Bello, and Chief Obafemi Awolowo, these are the three key people who came together and ensured that democracy is entrenched. They fought the colonial rule, they negotiated with them, and even though some people still say that we are still expressing a part of neo-colonialism in Nigeria, but I believe that we are still better than other African countries that say they are enjoying democracy. These three people, I'm going to categorize them as one, and then I'm going to give them the laurel they deserve, which is, let me mention them again: Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Ahmadu Bello, and Nnamdi Azikiwe. These three have performed wonderfully well. We also have other leaders who have also contributed their quota. But when we talk about the people that we are at the forefront who ensured that democracy was entrenched in Nigeria, and they gave us democracy and they gave us our independence in the year 1960. These are the three people. They all did wonderfully well. They all pulled down their ambition and they ensure that democracy is entrenched in Nigeria. Gone are those days that we have our leaders that are patriotic and they have the interest of Nigerians as as the best for them to run for a particular post in Nigeria. Gone are those days. Nnamdi Azikiwe came, he made some sacrifices. Obafemi Awolowo came, he made some sacrifices. And we have Amadu Bello. These people made some sacrifices. And the funniest is that they were also at a young age. They were also at the young age, at their prime age then. And they all ensured that Nigeria gained their independence. So I'm going to give it to the three of them. And also, there are some unsung heroes, our military men too that died in the process of fighting for democracy. They were also part of the heroes of democracy. So for us to say that one person in particular is the hero of democracy It's going to mean that we are not being sincere, and it's going to serve as a great injustice to these people in their grave. We have a whole lot of people who have contributed their quota. People like Fela Nicola Pukuti, Ransom, Fumlayo Ransom Kuti, they also contributed their quotas. So we have incredible people, amazing people who have contributed. So for us to narrow it down to one person is going to be a great injustice to a whole thousands, hundreds, and millions of people who have sacrificially laid down their life for us to enjoy the democracy we are enjoying right now.
Okay, from your own hand, you don't want to pick anybody. You want to go with all the heroes. But in the
Yes.
sustaining of the democracy, so far so good. Let us start from the after the coming out of prison from Chief Obafemi, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. What can you say from those presidents? Who are the people that have stand out so far so good? From it's
Okay.
not that we forget
Okay.
our
One.
past hero.
Okay, okay. Let's start from the from 1999. You understand when we have the like of Chief Olusegun Obasanjo who became the president. We also have the like of Muhammadu Yaradua, Musa Yaradua. We have the like of Jonathan. We have the like of Muhammadu Buhari, and now the president, which is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, all of them have also contributed their quotas. Now, I want us to understand something. I don't want to be very political about this. I just want to be objective. All of them have contributed their quota one way or the other. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo contributed his quota, having coming out from the prison, and then he was still to become the president of the Nigeria, and everybody voted for him in 1999. And fine, he ensured that democracy was entrenched. One thing I want you to understand, for a past president or a current president to ensure that coup does not take place during his tenure is a great laurel for them, and I believe it is laudable, very, very laudable. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, even though he had military background and he also had military support for him to become the president of Nigeria, I believe so far so good. All of them, beginning from Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. When he became the president of Nigeria, I remember then he was giving us an agenda that in the year 2020, Nigeria is going to be self-sufficiency in food production. We are going to be the greatest exports of Nigeria. You know, these were laudable projects. These were laudable vision. They came out with their vision. When Yaradua came, he came out with 7 points agenda. When Jonathan came, he came out with the transformation agenda. When President Muhammad Buhari came, he also came out with his own agenda. You understand?
Change.
And then when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came, he also came out with what? It's his own
Renew
agenda
hope.
of renewal hope. You understand? So all of them, they have a lofty vision, a wonderful vision for this country, and they also ensure that they try to entrench democracy. That is the bottom line. And having said that, they all have their challenges. I cannot say any of them does not have a flaw. President Olusegun Obasanjo, while he was president, we all knew him to be one of the corrupt presidents of this country. In fact, for the first time in the history of Nigeria, this man was lobbying to have a third-term agenda. Him and his vice presidential candidate then, they were loggerheads, different issues, different scandals, one way or the other. So, but that is just a myopic view of mine, which I don't want us to capitalize on their flaws, because I believe everybody have their own flaws. And then the moment we start seeing the good in what people are doing, the better for us. If we can say that these people are bad, they are this, but let us look at their good part. Let us look at their contribution. At least he was able to ensure that the communication we are enjoying in Nigeria, during his tenure, we have the like of MTN coming into Nigeria, and as at time we have what we call Econet, you understand, coming into Nigeria as at then. These were part of his laudable project that he ensured that we enjoy in Nigeria. He also contributed his quota. And one of the things I admire more about him is that he introduced and he ensured that his government was very inclusive. Everybody felt that inclusiveness in his governance. People from the north, people from the south, people from the east, people from the west. Everybody all enjoy. the inclusiveness during his governance, even though he has his own flaw. And then during his governance, we saw some changes in our economy, even though it is still negotiable or it is still debatable as well. But we saw changes in our economy. And leaving that and coming to the tenure of President Musa Yar'Adua. Yeah, President Musa Yar'Adua also have a lofty vision, a wonderful vision for this country to be a better place. But unfortunately, his life was cut short after about 3 years into his tenure, which was so sad. Some people till now still call him the best president that ever ruled in Nigeria. You understand? Because he actually admitted that the electoral process that brought him in as the president then was faulty. It was, and he ensured or he promised to fix it, but unfortunately he could not live to fulfill that. But during his tenure, there were a lot of wonderful projects that also happened. He ensured he tackled the insecurity. Then we were having a whole lot of insecurity then in the south, and then the introduction of insecurity in the northeast and northwest of Nigeria. He ensured he tackled them to reasonable length before his demise. And they're going on to our President Jonathan. And the President Jonathan was one of the presidents that initially wanted to remove subsidy. But unfortunately, some forces came out and said no, subsidy was a scam, and they didn't permit him to remove the subsidy. President Jonathan, I believe, also have good intention for this country, even though he was surrounded by wolves, he was surrounded by people who don't mean well, people who just want to loot the economy of this country without caring what becomes the fortune of Nigerians in the future. And then he tried his best, and then to God be the glory, we can recall some of the insecurity that happened during his tenure. It was at its peak during President Jonathan's tenure. The insecurity was actually at its peak. In fact, in the course of his campaign for second term, there were a lot of bombing in Kano. We have some bombing that almost took President Muhammadu Buhari's life in Kaduna. We have some bombing that happened here in Abuja, in Madala, in Yaya. So a lot of insecurity happened, but he also tried to contribute his quota, even though his best was actually not enough for some of us in this country. And then going from there, we move on to President Muhammadu Buhari. President Muhammadu Buhari came on the agenda of change. He believed that the best thing that can happen to this country is to change of mindset, changing of our economy to become a more prosperous economy, changing of our security architecture to become the best security architecture in the world. But when he came, at times I tell people it is easier said than done. Speech is very easy. You can just come and give an eloquent speech, people will clap for you. But when it comes to you practicalizing everything you have said, you notice that it's a different ball game. And there and then, President Muhammadu Buhari also encountered a whole lot of challenges in which, if I'm going to rate him, I think I can averagely rate him like 50% during his two-term tenure in Nigeria. The insecurity, he tried to tackle them by ensuring that the Boko Haram was demystified. He reduced them drastically in the northern part of the country, but a whole lot of insecurity, new tactics came up. We started hearing of the S-men, we started hearing of the bandits, we started hearing of kidnappers. A whole lot of insecurity architecture also came into being. Some of them metamorphosed from Boko Haram, and some of them now we started hearing IPOB. IPOB too, they have been tagged as a terrorist organization. And so he also had some challenges. The economy under his watch was not too good. The economy was dwindling, even though he tried to ensure that there are a lot of capital projects we all can see and testify to today. So he also did his part. Like I said, I'm going to give him like 50%. He did his part, but even though his best was actually not enough for us in this country. And coming back to the current president, which is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he has just spent over 100 days in the office, which I believe is too early for us to actually say maybe he's going to perform excellently well or not. But to an extent, I can see him that he's trying to ensure that this country return back to the days of glory. But now I'm seeing a lot of distraction from the media, a lot of distraction from the opposition, a lot of distraction from some people who believe they should have been the president of this country, but unfortunately, they could not become the president. There are a lot of distraction, and we can also see some distraction from those people who have been enjoying the bounties of petroleum subsidy. They're also ensuring that this country does not gain back its track. We also have people from the Bureau de Change too. They are also there ensuring that the naira keep falling and falling and falling so that they can keep enjoying their harvest in dollars. So a lot of challenges is presently being faced by the current president, but I believe in his doggedness. He's a fighter. He has fought before, and I believe that with his wisdom and with the support of his new team that have just been constituted, I believe that Nigeria is going to be great and is going to be a better country going forward. So far so good. The most outstanding of them, the most outstanding of these are past leaders. To be honest, left to me, I would still say is President Yaradua. To be honest, even though he didn't live to enjoy some of his benefit of his legacy that he has created, I believe because that sincerity of purpose to me is wonderful. However, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu may probably be the most outstanding, but it is too late for us to start giving him laurels. It's just too early. He has not spent up to a year, not even up to 6 months. So it's too early for us to start saying, okay, maybe President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But I'm going to go for President Musa Yar'Adua of blessed memory.
Thank you very much. I know that we are hyping your candidates. Who is the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? I don't want
It's
to
not.
dig
It's not.
into
It's not.
politics today.
It's not my candidate. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not my candidate. As at the
He's
last
the
time I checked,
president.
he's the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the 16th president of this great and wonderful country, of the largest economy in the whole Africa. You understand? He's your president and he's my president. You can't take that away.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying that he's our president. I withdraw my statement in that statement. But he's our president. But is you are a co-supporter. You believe in him and you trust in his government very well. I don't want to pull your leg. I would have liked to pull your leg. Or if you allow me to a little bit diversify, let us go into public politics a little bit proper on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. About the scandal of the, do you have any certificates? Do you want to say to that?
Okay, now let me tell you something about politics. Politics is very sweet and wonderful. You understand? And I'm so happy I am seeing a new mystery unfolding in our political arena. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu went to Chicago State University. They went to court, and Mr. Caleb, you understand, he testified under oath that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was their candidate. You understand? Now, the
Was
bone
their
of contention,
students?
sorry, was their
Was their
student,
student?
sorry, was their student, sorry, and it was a male student, it was not a female student. Everything confirmed that it was a male and not a female. Now, a lot of technicalities is what is being paraded as forgery. You understand? And then I don't know when technicalities or human error can be termed to mean a forgery. You understand? Now, the genesis of this problem was that he misplaced his certificate when he was in Chicago. And during the time of Nadeco war, that he had to go on exile out of Nigeria. His house was burned. He lost some property. In the process, his certificate was also misplaced. And then when he was about to contest, he approached Chicago State University for him to have a reprint of his certificate. You understand? And they said that okay, they don't reprint certificate. You have to go through a third party system. They have a vendor. Mind you, the American system of education is different from British system of education, in which Nigeria is also practicing. So to some of us in this part of this country, it's sounding so mysterious, it's sounding so fallacious that okay, why will you tell a student to go and get his certificate from a third party? But that is what is obtainable in you understand in the United States of America. So to some of us, that have not traveled out of this country or that is hearing
I
this
can't
for
hear
the first
you.
time.
I don't know. Maybe if you are hearing.
I can hear you. I can hear you perfectly. I can hear you perfectly. I believe you can hear me too. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Okay, I believe your network is bad because even your vision is static. Your visual is static. I mean, so I can hear you perfectly. For the benefit of those who are also listening to us, let me just proceed while your network come back to life. So as I was saying, everybody believes that okay, this man did not actually attend Chicago State. But now they have been proven wrong. Now the technicality there now is that okay, why is there a change in signature? Why why do we have a different design of certificate? And everything have been attested to. Some people said, okay, like I remember listening to the former vice president of this country saying that the certificate, you understand, well, does not represent him. He was saying that he was a female, the sex was a female, which was from the college he attended. But everything have proven to be false. The truth of the matter is that the two former presidential candidates who happen to have lost this election woefully does not even have anything to hold on to, that this is the reason why they have lost the election. Now they are just looking for excuses, they are looking for relevance out of nowhere to tell people, to tell the world that these people are not this or this president is not qualified. But to be honest, I'm expecting them to come to Supreme Court. You understand? And then I believe everything is going to be settled when we get to Supreme Court. But as far as I'm concerned, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was a student of Chicago State University. It has been affirmed, no disputes about that. For the issue of forgery, there's nothing called forgery. You understand? If you are saying someone forged a certificate, let's take for instance, I went to Obafemi Awolowo University, and when I graduated in 2011, and I went for a reprint, and the reprint says that okay, I graduated in 2010, and you are telling me that I forged my certificate for what? Why will I forge it? Because I attended the school, and I did not only attend the school, I passed with honors. You saw the transcript of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He was a brilliant student. I'm not even sure that Atiku was as brilliant as he is. Not to even talk of our former presidential candidate, His Excellency Peter Obi. You understand? For some of us that are privy to the certificate, to the GCE certificate of Peter Obi, or to his certificate in the university, we all saw what he came out with. You understand? I don't want to disclose that here, but that is a story for another day. So when we talk about the intelligence and the cerebral and the sagacity of our current president, he stand out of them all. So they are just looking for technicalities, they are looking for relevance, they are looking for something they can hold on to as they are going down the drain. Because to be honest, these people are going down in the history of democracy in this country because they believe that this is their best chance of becoming the president. But unfortunately for them, they could not make it. And that is why they are doing everything to discredit not only the president of this country, but at the same time, they are discrediting this country on the larger scale or on the global scale. Thank you so much,
Uh,
sir.
Thank you very much. But before you conclude in your speech, I want you to know that go and check the judgment of Chicago. The judgment. Go and check it and go and read it to details. From my own end, I've reached out to some information on it, which I will not want to disclose here because we are not here for that. There is still some a little bit issue of that certificate. The time President Bola Ahmed, the school that President Bola Ahmed said that he went to, and the time the school was founded, was there is a difference. I'm not debating of the Chicago certificate or fraud or no, but there are still some issue in that thing, which is a debate for another day. I will bring out similarly on our political talk. We'll bring out more topic on that one, which I think both of you will come on live and come and iron it out. He is more of political student. Before you go, before you will still be online. I want to bring the last speaker to line. Before, what is your advice for we this our generation in the role of politics? Sorry.
Mhm.
of Nigeria?
Okay. Okay. My advice for Nigeria, especially the Gen Z that does not have knowledge of history, you understand? They are just they are just being unpatriotic. To be honest, I see a generation of people coming up, and I see the way they are portraying this country. I see the lack of patriotism in them. To be honest, even some of these presidential candidates all riding on the wings of this Gen Z. You understand? Excuse me. I
Sorry.
want to encourage every one of us to be patriotic. Let us be patriotic. As far as Nigeria is concerned, together we can all make Nigeria great. And I tell people that the change begins with us. The change starts from us. A lot of us are tired of the status quo. A lot of us are tired of what our past leaders or current leaders are doing. But unfortunately, when we have some youths rise up into power, the way they behave, it's so painful. It's so painful. It's so painful. My advice to us as a Nigeria, please don't let us lose hope in this country. Let's be hopeful that Nigeria is going to become a great nation. Number one, let's be patriotic. Anywhere you go to, represent this country, represent the country, change the narrative. A lot of us are going on social media painting different narrative about this country. We are meant to go there and paint a positive narrative about this country. Look at when the Prime Minister of Canada traveled, when they went for the UN, and unfortunately his flight could not land. You understand? And he happened to miss his flight. Everyone in the country, everyone in Canada, they were all praying for him, supporting him, wishing him well. You understand? I wish or I can imagine something like that had happened to us or to our president in this country. You will have had people saying different things that Nigeria has happened to the president, that Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that. No, we just keep spreading falsehood. No matter the side of the divide we belong to, I say this unequivocally. No matter the side of the divide I belong to in this country, I respect all our past leaders. I respect everyone who have led this country in one way or the other. In fact, the previous presidential candidates of the last election, I respect them, even though I may not be in tandem with their view about their political belief or political leaning, but I still respect them. The fact that you disagree with somebody politically does not mean that it should even be wishing for the person to be dead. Won't be unto me that we ever wish anybody dead in this country. I will never do that. So we need to be patriotic and let us pass our message right without insult, without degrading this country. And we should also ensure that we put Nigeria first. Let us put the interest of Nigerian first, even before our personal interest. Thank you very much, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'm done. I hope you can hear me, sir. If you are there, I'm done, sir.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry, the network is somehow bad. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
For 1 minute back,
I do.
some people greet you about you look like a professor. Nice seeing you back to the show on today. I want
Thank
to
you
bring
very
out
much.
Mr. Adedayo. Adedayo. I will exit you now. Still be online. I will call you back in the next. Immediately I'm through with Adedayo. Adedayo will brief with Adedayo to just give us your closing remarks. Mr.
Okay.
Adedayo, if you are live, stay online. Still stay online. Mr. Adedayo, are you live? Please, I want you to send me a request so that we'll be able to we'll hear from your own side who is the hero of our time. Who is the hero of our time? Mr. Adedayo, if you are there, please send me a request. Mr. Adedayo, if you are there. Mr. Adedayo, please come online. Please come online. Please come online. Mr. Adedayo, please come online. Please come online. Ew. Mr. Mark, if you are there, please come online. If Mr. Adedayo is not yet ready, Mr. Mark, if you are there, just come online for your own closing remark. And as Mr. Femi also close the program. Mr. Mark, if you are there, please come online. Mr. Mark, are you there? Okay. Please come online, Mr. Mark. Hello. Okay. Okay. It's like, oh, Mr. Femi, please come online back. Please come online back for your closing remark as we end this show tonight. Mr. Dayo, I can't reach out to you. I saw you before online. Our hero, we want to respect everybody that have contributed to the growth of our nation. Please follow us on this channel, The Voice. Follow us on this channel, The Voice. Follow us on our Instagram, DE_voice12. Follow us this channel, The Voice 12. And please visit our website, thevoicenews.ng.com. Thevoice.ng.com to read more news, latest gist. Mr. Femi, if you are live, please come back to this so that you round up the show. So that you round up the show. In as much Mr. Dio, we can't reach out to him now. He's online before I saw him. It's like I saw him online. Mr. Remark, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. As many people that are sharing it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, we are having network. The others, they are complaining about the network. Thank you very much. I think in this space, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey, your closing remark. Sorry, others. Some people chat me back that the network in their side is very poor. What is your own closing remark, and what is your own view about our heroes? Your closing
Yeah,
remark and your word of encouragement for young people that are coming to the place of leadership.
yeah. My closing remark is: let us put our country forward. Our heroes past, all they were after was not ethnicity, it was not power, but it was for a better country. They all put their ambition aside and fought for a common cause of ensuring that Nigeria becomes a better country and is also seen as the envy of country. We are saying that Nigeria is the largest economy. We did not just become a large economy all of a sudden. It was as a result of what our previous leaders have done. And I want to encourage our current leader, the current president, if by any means he hears this, that he should please and please, he should ensure that he leaves Nigeria better than he met it. And for our upcoming youth, let us also ensure that we give our best to this country. We should not see Nigeria as a place for everyone to come and loot. We should not see Nigeria or governance as a place to enrich our pockets. By God's grace, if I'll be holding a position in this country, I'll be coming to give, not to take from this country. You understand? It is more blessed to give than to receive. Let us come and give our resources, our mental resources, our financial resources, our human resources, our acumen. Let us give everything for the benefit of our generations to come. And I believe that together, in unity, not in division, Nigeria is going to become the envy of other nations. And once again, I want to say, may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria and all those that wish the country good. God bless you.
Thank you very much. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless you. God
Amen.
coming to the show every time we call on you, Mr. Man. So sorry. I know that you say your network is very poor, and as from UK, thank you. Please, I want us to portray a good and always say good things about our nation. Always say good things about our nation. I'm happy for every close for our leaders. And I want everybody follow us on our Instagram, DE_voice12. Follow us on our YouTube, The Voice 12. And visit our website, www.thevoicenews.ng.com. And please, you can also see us on our Instagram, The Voice Foundation. Therefore, we are also doing amazing work to gender-based violence. Thank you. Thank you. I'm grateful to have you on the show again. Thank you and thank you and thank you and God bless you. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you very much. Bye.